Hi everyone, it's Lisa. We've been asked to do a shopping haul video and oh yeah, look, new eyebrows. I've had them tattooed on. Alopecia, you're not beating me, love. So we've been asked to do a shopping haul video and we will do one, but I did say I would do a what's in my fridge video, and this is what's in our fridge. Then, the last time I did one of these videos, I got into trouble for putting different types of cooked and raw meat on the same shelf, so that's all been sorted. Not because of that, just because you'll see as we go down, this is the new fridge. So, top of the fridge, we've got lots and lots and lots of yogurts. It goes all the way back in there. So we've got, these are the Danone light and free. They are sin free. These are the Raspberry Razzle Greek style yogurts. 61 calories if you're counting calories, but they are free on Slimming World. So we've got some of those. These are actually in Heron Foods at the moment at £4 for £1. They were on offer in Asda at the same price, and then Asda they've gone back up to, I think, £2.30 or something. So again, you'll find there's a lot of bargains in this fridge. We do shop around, and where can I put that? I'll put that there. We do shop around, but also in there you've got the Fruitily yogurts, which there you go. The super. This is the packet for them. Super Fruitily, and again, these were on offer in Asda. I can just find one out to show you. These were on offer in Asda, and we live and died on these for a long time, and now they are back up to £2.30. But these were in, again, I think they were in Heron, or possibly, no, they were in Heron at £1 for £4, so we got some of those. And there is some Asda own brand ones in the back as well. Next up, this is our fruit. So this is what we normally go for on SP days. Technically, we're not supposed to have yogurts. Technically. And if you are doing Slimming World for the first time, and if you're new to Slimming World, don't have the yogurts on an SP day. However, we've been having the odd yogurt now and then, maybe one a day each, because just as a little light snack, it's fine. We're not sinning it. We're counting it as free. I'm sorry, Slimming World. It's working for us. We're still getting good weight losses. So from our perspective, we're going to carry on doing that. We're making sure it's the zero fat ones and it's all the light ones. So terribly sorry. But for our puddings, as you can see, there's quark in there, and at the back there's more quark and quark and quark and quark, because we live on quark. So what we'll do for a pudding is we'll have some strawberries or some cherries. There's more strawberries in the back. There's raspberries. There's some pineapple. There's some mango. So the strawberries and the raspberries all came from the car boot sale. There was a farmer's stall down there doing a massive punnet. It was literally this size punnet of strawberries for £1.50. Massive punnets of raspberries for £1.50. If we don't get them there, we will get them in either Asda or Aldi. Aldi are phenomenal for their Super 6. If you can get the fruit on their Super 6, it's really good. But anyway, this was from Morrison's, pineapple. This is my sort of light snacky, just fruity thing, fruit snack. This is for Rufus. This is the mango one this is from Morrison's, because Rufus went to Morrison's yesterday while I was getting my eyebrows tattooed. Blueberries, we love blueberries, and of course they are a superfood as well, not just for Slimming World, but they are full of antioxidants and lots of good stuff. And also some blackberries there. We're not quite into blackberry season yet. As soon as blackberry season kicks in, I will be out with my bowls and blackberry picking. So yes, lots and lots of fruit, and that goes with a quark. What we do with the quark, the best quark is Asda's, which is that one there. Some of the other ones, we've got Morrison's quark, and there's a Tesco one at the back as well. The Asda fat-free quark is really nice. It's a really nice consistency, and what we do is put some sweetener with it, and then put some, oh look, above the fridge, there you go, vanilla. Oh no, that's not the vanilla, that's the thing for his baking. That's the vanilla one. Don't get those confused, that's sugar. This is the vanilla bean paste, so we put that in it, or vanilla essence. This is from Tesco, or this vanilla essence, or sometimes this vanilla essence. There's a lot of vanilla essence above, because that goes in our quark, and we have that every day for pudding with various concoctions of berries and fruit. We've also got some black grapes down there. Now, Rufus bought these. Now, we are tending to have SP weeks, but we will have the odd day off. So if we have a day off SP, then we'll eat lots more yogurts on a normal EE day, and we will have black grapes. But he bought those in Morrison's yesterday, so that's fine. These are some more of the Muller Light yogurts. These are gorgeous. The Whips yogurts. These taste so naughty, and they're absolutely sin-free, and only 90 calories per pot if you're watching calories as well. These are the raspberry and pomegranate ones. Again, these were in Heron at 4 for, I believe it was £1. It might even be 89p, but I think they were 4 for £1. And again, in Asda at the moment, they've gone up to full price, £2.30 something. So anyway, that's the black grapes in Morrison's. Again, yellow sticker bargains. We love a yellow sticker bargain. Now there's some spread in there. This is, what's that? Utterly Butterly Lightly. It tends to live in the back of the fridge. We don't tend to use that very often. This is Flora Buttery Light. It's in white packaging because I've just done some market research thing for them, and I had to use a little bit of it and then write a questionnaire. So I used a little tiny scraping of it on some Ryvitas, and I didn't use it in sandwiches because we don't eat bread because obviously of Slimming World, and I put a tiny amount, like the tiniest amount, on a little bit of some steamed vegetables, just so I could actually talk about what that was like. But again, watch your spread, sin your spread. We tend to not have it, that's why it lives in the back of the fridge. But I'll put the yogurts back up there. In the back there, now this is going to be controversial, this is rhubarb. And there's some more rhubarb in the bottom, the raw rhubarb. This is cooked rhubarb. Now Rufus puts that in the microwave with a bit of sweetener on it and some water, puts it in the microwave bowl, and he'll eat rhubarb. Sometimes he'll have it with quark, sometimes he'll have it on its own. Now he has rhubarb. Now rhubarb is controversial on Slimming World because it's a fruit that you can only eat when you cook, and when you cook it you're supposed to sin it, but we don't do that because it seems illogical to me. You can't eat it raw because it's poisonous or it's nasty or whatever, so you've got to cook it, but if you cook it you sin it, so that's just ridiculous. So we ignore that rule on Slimming World in this case. Slimming World is fantastic for most things, but when it comes down to certain things with fruit, I use a bit more common sense. This is the sort of salady section really. So we've got some sliced leeks from Asda. They were reduced to 47p. Iceberg lettuce, some carrot batons. They're from Morrison's. So what's that? Some spring greens. Peppers, an awful amount of peppers, a ridiculous amount of peppers. In Asda at the moment, they've got massive bags of peppers, like a carrier bag of peppers for £2.50, part of their wonky veg range. Get those, they're phenomenal, much cheaper than anything else. There's tomatoes at the back. Again, when we were at the car boot sale, we had punnets this size of vine cherry tomatoes, so we've gone through a lot of cherry tomatoes the last couple of days, so we've just got some ordinary tomatoes there, and as you can see again, yellow sticker bargain. Obviously cucumber as well. We eat a lot of salads. Next drawer down, next shelf down, this is stir fries. So this is Morrison stir fries. We did try the oldie ones. Oldie ones for us, if you're using them that day, they're okay. The next day they tend to go watery at the bottom and a bit gone off. Whereas these are the Morrison's ones. So we'll probably have this with either some chicken or some low-fat pork mince. Again, the pork mince, Aldi, £1.99 for, I can't remember, 500 grams. Amazing low-fat pork mince, but everywhere else you can get it anywhere. But this is the stir-fry mixes, and these are delicious. In the back, oh god, in the back there as well, there are 2 punnets of mushrooms. Some carrots, because we use carrots a lot. Carrots are our sort of go-to veg. We just peel them, chop them and put them in a steamer. This is all from Fulton's, Jack Fulton's as was, Fulton Foods cooked meat. So we've got some honey roast ham. Be careful with honey roast ham. You normally have to sin it if it's higher in sugar. This one is relatively fine. It's like the off-cut bit, so there's not really a lot of honey in those. We've got some cooked turkey, we've got some normal ham, and at the back there is some roast beef. There's also some hot dogs for the dogs because our fur babies aren't on Slimming World. And then down to the next. See, this is the giant fridge now, which we've had to buy a new fridge because we've changed what we eat. So Slimming World has meant that we now just eat lots of prepared and cooked veg, and we do a lot of cooking from scratch. So we've had to get, move that back up there, we've had to get a fridge to fit everything in, especially in the warm weather. Things were going off if we left them in a vegetable rack. So then, this is the vegetable shelf. There is a thing of soy milk there. That's for group, because we have members at group that don't have dairy. So that's for them. That's for our support group, not for Slimming World. So we've got some broccoli. There's 2 broccoli florets. There's a bag of parsnips from Aldi. There's a loose parsnip there. There's half a Swede, because I used half the other day in a roast dinner. Some green beans. They're from, where are they from? Asda's. They're not on a, oh yes they were, look, 10p, yellow sticker, hurrah! We do love our bargains. Anything vegetable on the reduced section, we just lap up because we know we're going to eat it. Trimmed beans as well from Morrison's. They weren't reduced, so that's when Rufus went shopping. Cauliflower, broccoli, florets. There is actually in the back, I don't know if you can see it, there's a whole cauliflower there as well. But the florets, these are really easy. If you just whack them in the microwave, you can put a little bit of water. So what I do is open the packet, just in the corner there, pour a little bit of water in the packet, put that in the microwave for about 4 minutes, and it kind of steams itself. So you can go and buy your steam pack vegetables, or you can just go and buy one of these and do it just as easy. It's just simple, simple, simple if we're in a hurry. Again, some more sliced leek. This one was 10p, yay, on the reduced stickers. Some courgettes, these are from Aldi. Some more carrots, because again, as I say, we live and die on carrots and that at the moment. And some whole leeks rather than the sliced leeks. We use leeks a lot. If we do like a bolognese sauce, we'll quite often now put a bed, instead of doing rice or pasta, we'll do a bed of vegetables on the bottom of the plate and then put the bolognese sauce on top. So we do leeks, some beans, and maybe some broccoli, or maybe some cauliflower, maybe some kale if we've got it in, or whatever. We'll do that in place of pasta and rice, so it keeps us on SP and we don't feel like we're missing out. Yesterday we had a massive mound of food on a plate, and the bulk of it was broccoli and cauliflower and leek. And then on top of that was lots and lots of bolognese sauce, which was yummy. So the next one down, these are this is fruit that needs ripening. So these are some plums, the ripen at home plums. In the back there are some nectarines that ripen at home. There's some kiwi fruit there that are ready to eat. There's another iceberg because we didn't have space on the salad shelf for it. And there is some more, I think they're nectarines there actually. What are they? Let me have a look. Oh no, they're pears. In fact, they are ready to come out now. They need to be eaten. So I will replace those with some flat peaches that were on the side, so they can go back into the fridge. So that's fine. So yes, so that's all our fruit. A lot of fruit. Again, be careful on SP days. Some fruit is higher in sugar and stuff than others, but you know, we eat a lot of fruit, so that's all SP fruit. Next shelf down, these are our sort of cold drinks for when it's so hot. Coke Zero Vanilla, I'm addicted to this. If it's not the ginger Pepsi Max, it's Coke Zero Vanilla. I love it. I'm so glad that they brought that out over here in the Zero range. I was really annoyed that it was only available in the full sugar version for so long. This I adore. But we've also got, I think this was Aldi, it might have been Lidl's actually. We've got some, oh it's Aldi, it says so. They've got some, this is Alfonso Mango and Pineapple sugar-free, no added sugar, fruit sparkly drink thing. And on a hot day, like it has been, it's not today because it's raining, they're lovely. Chicken there, this one's from Morrison's. We normally get them from Aldi. This is a large one because again, we must probably eat 2 or 3 chickens a week, if not more. Stick them in the oven, roast them for a couple of hours, and then the meat falls off. And they are absolutely delicious. We put a little bit of the Mayflower gravy with it, and lots and lots and lots of vegetables. There's also a butternut squash hiding there at the back as well. So we can use this instead of lasagna for doing like instead of lasagna sheets for doing a lasagna. Or we can just use it. Sometimes I like to just whack it in the steamer with some carrots and that. And it's really yummy. The final shelf, More yogurts and rhubarb. Again, this is Rufus's favourite is rhubarb. We've actually now got a couple of rhubarb plants for next year as well. But this, again, we don't sin it. You're supposed to sin it, but yaboo, sucks to you. And then lots of yogurts. Muller Light yogurts are on offer in Asda at the moment. 10 for £3, so 30p each. Can't go wrong. And excuse me, they all had good dates, and there's some more of the whipped ones that I like in there as well. So what we tend to do with that is that Rufus will go for things like the banana and custard, the cherry and the summer fruits. I adore, where is it? There it is. I adore that. I don't know if you can see that there. That is the blackcurrant and licorice one, and they at the moment in Heron are 6 for £1. Bargain, 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 bargain. If I can't get those, the smooth toffee ones are delicious and they feel naughty. But what we sometimes do with this, we'll put it in the ice cream maker. Wait for that to focus in, there you go. Sometimes put this in the ice cream maker to have like a frozen yogurt, a froyo. And again, on SP days, be really careful about how much yogurt you're having, because they do contain some added sugar. So for instance, this one contains, per 100 grams, it contains 7.1 grams of sugar per 100 grams. It's a 175 gram pot, so that's probably got the best part of 12 grams of sugar in, which is quite a lot. But every now and then, as a little extra sort of naughty thing, we can have one of those. And you're only supposed to have the Sind yogurts on SP days. But we'll have one of those, and as I say, we're still having decent losses, so we're not too worried about that. This is a lifestyle change for us rather than a strict diet. So what we've learnt over the last 5 months on Slimming World is basically to do it our way, to take everything that they say on Slimming World, and we do follow the plan to the letter of the plan 95% of the time. Things like rhubarb and some of the light yogurts will have those extras, and we won't sin them. The same, I'm going to show you in a second with my mayonnaise. The same with that, we don't always sin that. Next up, so there's tons of Treks. Rufus bought this because we were going to do somebody a cake at our support group, and we didn't actually end up doing it. So that's now in the fridge until the next cake. In the top, just some Choc Shop sweet Freedom Choc Pot. This is really nice. A spoonful of that in some quark is 1 sin, I believe. There's some mint sauce, which is free, mustard, which is free, tomato puree. Be careful if you're having a lot of that, because it can contain a lot of sugar, but just a little bit into cooking is fine. Hellmann's lighter than light mayonnaise. Again, as I said, you're supposed to sin that. If I'm just having, let me see if I can put that, will that fit in there? No, I don't know where I've just taken that out from. Oh, if I'm having that mayonnaise, then chances are that I won't sin it too much if I'm just having a dollop. If I'm having more than that on it, or I'm eating sort of 2 or 3 lots in a day, if I'm having a couple of salads or a salad for lunch and something for tea, then I probably will sin it. This is ginger paste from Morrison's. £1.13 on the reduced. It was only £1.50 normally, but that we use a lot in cooking. Pepper mackerel fillets. These have been in the fridge for ages. Rufus hasn't had them yet because we thought they were free and they're actually sins. So we're waiting for a day when he's going to use his sins for that. Some Brownwell sweet pickle. That's just like the Branston's one. Again, check the sin values. We have a tiny bit of it every now and again. And again, we just won't normally sin that, or we might count it as 1 sin for the tiny amount that we have. Now this I use in Quark Camp coffee flavouring, so this is really nice. And again, Jane Day on Slimming World on what's the word I'm looking for? YouTube. Of course it is. Jane Day commented about this, that she used to have this. I put this with my quark. I do a lot of sweetener, some of this, and then it's like coffee flavour. I love coffee flavour. My weakness was always coffee cake. So for me, a little bit of Camp Chicory, some of the choc pot, a spoon of that, a little bit of that, in some quark with some sweetener. Amazing, amazing. Chocomocha flavour pudding. And I only have that if Rufus isn't having quark that night, because he doesn't like coffee flavours. So mustard, you'll see there's mustard there, there's mustard there, there's mustard all over. I like a lot of mustard. There's some lemon juice from the Co-op. What's that? Garlic. Oh no, tomato puree in there. That's our little fridge thing. Tell us if our fridge is working, which it is because it's really cold. More mayonnaise, more mustard, some vanilla bean paste as you've seen. Is this barbecue sauce? Yeah, barbecue sauce. We don't use this one now. Now we use the Crucials barbecue sauce, but that's just probably needs throwing out actually. It's been in the fridge for a while. Ketchup. Rufus likes his ketchup. Again, we don't tend to sin it, just because a little bit of ketchup, if it's an extra, you know, 1 sin for the amount of ketchup that he has on his dinner, it's not really worth worrying about. So I'm just moving the Baby Bells up because we have these Baby Bell lights as well. And these are part of your Healthy Extra A. Now I'll tell you what we do. So, Healthy Extra A, you can have all sorts of normal dairy. We don't have dairy apart from the quark and the yogurts. Partly, I can eat those and it doesn't affect me, whereas any other dairy, cheese, milk, really, really badly affects my tummy. I get really bad wind and bad problems. So anyway, Baby Bell, you can have 3 of these as part of your Healthy Extra A. So, what we do is we have 2 of those, which leaves us a little bit of an allowance. And then because we use exclusively almond milk, you can have 1 litre of that each. So what we have is probably ½ a litre in teas and coffees and just to drink. We'll probably have less than that, to be honest. And then Rufus will have 2 Baby Bells. So he's used 2/3 of his allowance for that. And maybe he'll use 1/3 of his allowance of the almond milk in teas and coffees. I don't have the Baby Bells anymore because I found that they were making my tummy really bad. So I'll have best part of ½ a litre or more of almond milk. As I say, we can have 1 litre each of almond milk. This is the best one. It's organic, it's unsweetened, it's made with a little bit of rice. It's got no, as it says there, look, no thickeners, no nothing. This is normally £2 for a carton, but Asda sometimes have it in cheaper. Morrison's have it on at £1.38 at the moment, so we buy it in bulk. We've got about 8 knocking around the flat, and the minute we get to somewhere where they've got them on special, we'll buy some more. Next up, finally, flavoured waters, mayonnaise and that you've seen, crab sticks. Again, if we're having a non-SP day, an EE day, we can have a packet of crab sticks. And we normally put a packet in the car if we're going somewhere because it's a nice, easy, munchy thing. But on SP days, we tend to stay away from them because we try and stick to plan. I know I've said about rhubarb and yoghurt, but things like that we do stay away from on EE day, SP days. And finally, the cherry Pepsi Max and the water at the bottom. So there you go, that's what's in our fridge. As always, do leave a comment in the comment section, give us a like and a subscribe if you haven't done already, and let us know what's in your fridge. Let us know what your staples are, especially for the summer. I know it's raining right now and it's going to be raining all week, but especially in the summer, let us know what you live and die on Slimming World. So I've been Lisa. Rufus is in the other room asleep because he's not been very well. But I will see you all on the next video, and as always, happy slimming.